Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for our spiritual wellness workshop and art project for mental well-being. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Jennifer, and I am the development coordinator with Mid-Ohio Psychological Services, Inc. And at MOPS, we support the whole person wellness, mind, body, and spirit. We know that life gets busy and it's easy to forget to take care of your mental health. And that's why we're creating spaces like this to slow down, connect, and just breathe. Mental health is important, and it's part of something we call the wellness wheel. The wellness wheel includes things like emotional, physical, social, environmental, and spiritual wellness, which is our focus today. Spiritual wellness is about finding meaning, purpose, and connection. Today's activity gives you a chance to explore that through creativity. This workshop is made possible through our Pass It On program, which provides free wellness resources to people in our community. If you'd like to support that work, check out our fundraisers or make a donation at www.mopsohio.com. You can also find us on social at Mid-Ohio Psychological Services, Inc. to stay in the loop. And don't forget, this is just one part of our Mental Health Awareness Month events. We've got a full calendar of activities you can join all month long. Now I'm excited to hand things over to Kelly, one of our amazing clinicians here at MOPS. She's a clinician one, and she'll be leading us through today's art activity. Let's take a time for ourselves and make something meaningful. All right. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I am so good, Jennifer. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited to do this project. I know you kind of went through it a little bit with me already, but if you wouldn't mind telling us what we're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So this activity is going to focus on the wellness of our spirituality. And so when we talk about spirituality here, we are talking about how our inner world interacts with the world around us.
Okay.
So something that we're going to do today is a really easy activity that is going to help us show the world how our brain works, including our right brain and our left brain. So we are going to look at ourselves from the left brain side of logic and reason and language, and then our right brain side, the creativity, the emotion, our intuition.
I love it.
And we are going to use some mandalas to be able to do that. And so for those who don't know what a mandala is, it is a beautiful creation, and the word literally translates to a circle. It means wholeness, right? So it's really going to bring everything together here. And mandalas are typically made from the center outwards. So we're going to use our left-hand side to recognize like the three things about ourselves that we know, that we see, and we do. So we'll think, I know, I speak, I do. And on the right-hand side, what we love, what we feel, and what we see. So I love, I feel, I see, and then crossing over into I am. Who are we, and what do these two sides coming together look like for us by developing these mandalas?
Oh, I love that. You both sides of it. Oh, I'm so excited.
So our first thing that we're going to do is trace our hands.
All right, and I have white paper, it's just computer paper, and then I have a Sharpie, so We'll see.
So starting with whichever hand is comfortable for you first, you're just going to lay your hand nice and flat. You might want to give a little bit of space to your fingers, but however far, however wide you'd like, as long as your thumb is crossing just slightly over the center of the page, and outline your hand as naturally as you can.
Right.
And no worries about whether the lines are a little wonky, a little shaky. We're going to fill them in and you won't even notice it.
Say, how can you tell that my lines are all shaky?
Oh, because I did this activity and I'm looking at mine.
You bet.
I did. And then we'll do it with the other hand. And for one hand, it might be a little bit different. Not everyone is ambidextrous. I know I certainly am not.
Me either.
And notice what that feels like for you when it's not your dominant hand that is currently drawing or outlining. Because this is all about us and the thoughts that we have about ourselves.
I love
Perfect.
It.
And so you can start on whichever side you like, Jennifer.
Here's mine. Oh, you can't see it. All right, hang on.
There's
We'll do
one.
this. Technology. There it is.
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
So which side do you want to start with?
Let's start with the right side.
Perfect. So starting with our right hand, we are simply going to begin with a small shape. Could be any shape that we feel reflects I love, I feel, I see.
Okay, I'm going to start with a heart. Just in the center?
Yep, just in the center of your hand.
Perfect.
And we're going to start.
You're going to get a play-by-play of mine.
Excellent. And so we are going to start building out from that heart by drawing smaller shapes around it. And I will show you what it looks like when it's completed, just so you can get an idea of what building out looks like. And everyone's is going to be different. And the reason I didn't show you before you started with a shape, so you didn't feel obligated to copy my shapes.
Yes.
So we have our hand here. Let's see if we can get it in there. But like mine started with an oval, and then I started building smaller shapes around.
Okay.
And we'll fill in the space around those two. And thinking, what comes to mind shape-wise when I am loving and feeling, when I am embracing my intuition, the things that I see. I trust what I see.
Oh, I love that. See, and the first shape that came to mind was a circle. I don't know why, but like it just maybe whole person centered. Circles remind me of being centered.
That is such a beautiful image now that I have.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so do I do this all the way out to the end of the hand?
Yep, we are going to build those shapes out all the way through our fingertips, including that thumb. And you can make this as simple, as intricate as you'd like. You can fill in the blank spaces with some additional small shapes. I know on some of mine, I put some extra little circles, some extra like curved lines, and
I love that. See, this alone I could spend hours on, so I'm gonna try to keep it simple.
that is why I did mine beforehand.
Right, because this could take me all day. Like I would legitimately just do this all day. Okay, so question. So for the thumb, do I like go over this part?
Yep, you are going to draw right over it.
I'll put a triangle there. So I only use 3 shapes. I use circles, triangles, and hearts. And here is my finished one. Technology, man. Okay, there you go.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so right hand is done.
Yep, absolutely. And now we go back to our left hand, our logic, our reason, our language, the I know, I speak, I do. What shape do we have at the core of I know, I speak, I do?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know why, but the first thing that came to mind was a square. So I'm just going to go with a square.
Love it. And mine was a triangle. So I'll see if I can get this to share from here. There we go.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
So I started with my triangle and I built out with some more shapes that made me think of my logic mind, my reason. I did end up with a lot of sharper edges with this one. So the triangles, the diamonds, the squares.
I didn't even think about diamonds. I'm adding diamonds now. Not because I'm copying you, just diamonds are a good one.
They are. And they're so multifaceted. You can even, as you take your time doing this activity, build into those facets. I know we have a limited amount of time with what we can do here, but for when you're doing these things on your own, really delve into it. What does it mean to be a multifaceted knower, speaker, doer?
You said multifaceted. That just reminded me of like diamonds.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how to draw a diamond shape, but I'm going to try. See, and I love this because it is something that you can spend a lot of time on, or you can do it in 5 minutes.
Yep. And this activity is great for adults. It's great for kids. Kids can spend hours doing these things. They could spend 5 minutes. So if you've got a kiddo with attention issues, it could be a 5-minute activity. And then the next step to it is coloring it in. So it engages them in touch. You feel the marker, the pencil, tracing your hands. You're asking them to consider how do I conceptualize? We have that like metacognition of what shape is this feeling or what shape is this idea? But for us and for our own wellness, tapping into our own metacognition that we don't often get to spend time with.
Absolutely. No, and like as I'm writing my shapes, I'm really thinking about what you're saying. Like, okay, I'm like, who am I as a person? Like doing self-reflection as I'm doing this. So there is my other one. I use lots of triangles and rectangles.
Beautiful.
Say it looks so good.
It does. And so again, that next step is now finding the colors. What colors are my left brain thoughts and my knowledge and my speaking and my doing? What colors is that I love, I feel, I see? For me personally, my right hand makes me think of like pastels. So that spring, that growth. My left brain is a little bit more primary, a little sharper, like the reds, the yellows, maybe some blues, dark blues though.
Absolutely. I could totally see that. So yeah, my thoughts and feelings, I would probably do something more rainbow. And then my knowledge, I don't know why, but like grayscale comes to mind. Like I just want to make everything just shades of gray.
That's perfect. It's like a computer. It's very textbook. So black and white makes a lot of sense there.
That's absolutely it. Oh, this is so awesome. I'm really excited to color this in, but we will do a sign off because you guys will watch me for hours coloring this in. Thank you, Kelly, for facilitating this activity. Is there anything you wanted to add about spiritual wellness, creative expression, anything coming to mind?
Yeah, I think that this is one of those things that we don't often consider because we think of spirituality as something that we have to be really specific about. But when we think about spiritual wellness, it is so creative. And so tapping into this arena it's not so black and white. It is certainly more rainbow. And so I hope that we've been able to tap into a full spectrum of consideration with spirituality for everyone. And I'd love to see what everyone comes up with. So sharing those hands and mandalas when you're done, I look forward to seeing them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Post it and tag our agency on any social media platform. Well, thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate it. Everyone be on the lookout for our next activity this month. We hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks, Jen.